Okay, as always, got to make sure, as you see, all right, so we had to switch up locations today, because damn, my hotspot is acting up on my well, my hotspot is acting up. So I had to go ahead and switch the location up today. And we're gonna be doing it from the living room of my humble abode. And Miss in place. All right, how about that? Is that enough light? Because I know might have me be tripping about the lights and stuff. So I'm trying to get the light situation right. Y'all got to hold on a second. Let's get this right. Hold on. Let's get this right. YouTube to look right, but over here on live me it look a little crazy. So. Let's see. Now live me, y'all might have to come over on YouTube because I ain't really studying live me right now. YouTube show clear. You know what I'm saying? And yeah. It's light. It's more light. You know what to tell you. It's more light. Hold on. Hold on. All right, how about that? How about that? All right. Got a better angle? Yeah, I think that's better. All right. Let's see if we can do that for the YouTube. Let's see if that's better. That better? Nah, that glares. Ooh. That's a bad glare. That don't work for YouTube. All right. YouTube, you got to be over here. All right. Yeah, right. All right. That's going to be good enough, goddammit. All right. Well, we won't need shoes today, so y'all can kick shoes off. You know what I'm saying? Today is a shoeless workout day. What the hell am I following? Starting out. Welcome everybody. Happy Sunday to you. Shouts out to a couple of folks I see dipped off in here. Broadcast live on 2 different networks. You know what I'm saying? So we over here on one side on YouTube. YouTube.com. And I got to set up the actual YouTube.com because I don't even know the name of it. I know it's Smelly Workouts, but you go to YouTube.com, look up Smelly Workouts. And you can find us, you know what I'm saying? Shouts out to African Empress in the building. Eagle Eyes, I see you. And everybody over there in YouTube land. All right, so last week, you know what I'm saying, I did an exercise with people involved in car accidents. And this was from a car accident that I was in. You know what I'm saying? Hit and run. So I'm doing a series of workouts, you know what I'm saying, for people that's in recovery from all the accidents. And today we're gonna mix it up with a couple of exercises that we're gonna start out with for people that's bedridden. You know what I'm saying? Because some people after accidents become bedridden. You know what I'm saying? But there's still no excuse. Even if you're bedridden, you're laying down and you have mobility problems. We got some workouts and some stretches. You know what I'm saying, for everybody. So last week we did some exercises by Dr. Ben Fluege and ran through a couple of those. So if you want to know what those exercises was, go to youtube.com, go to Live Me, either app, either or, and look at last week's episode. I need to start numbering these two. I meant to number these episodes. But we started working on that. And I also got a banner coming, working on a banner, smelly workout banner for the background, make it look more official. So that's coming. Look out for that. All right, so today's exercises are all basically stretching type exercises. So we're not even going to get into starting out with stretches because everything is for stretching. You know what I'm saying? So remember a couple of things. First of all, shouts out to King Cuz, you know what I'm saying? King Cuz Fitness out there doing it real big. He actually down here in Miami for a 10-year anniversary conference for networkers. My thing is, you know, I got one motto, and that's don't cheat yourself, treat yourself. You know what I'm saying? And always stay hydrated. You need to always have bottled water or something. Not Gatorade or Powerade, actual water. And this is infused with Synergy, which is 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C and all that. And some other nasty stuff that I mixed in with it. But hey, I like to get the honey and the lemon and all that in it. And it might taste disgusting sometimes, but you got to do what you got to do. All right, so let's start it out. Let's get it in. We're going to go ahead and get it in. It's probably only take about an hour. You know what I'm saying? It's a good hour. Maybe, yeah, about an hour. Exercise, when we start doing the stretches, you know what I'm saying? Basically, it's going to be stretch on your own. I'm doing them 10, 20 second increments. You know what I'm saying? Just to get everybody a good stretch. Shouts out to Mr. T in the building. Shouts out to Montana, the UK, New York, everybody worldwide out there tuning in. You know what I'm saying? Russia. What's up, Russia out there tuning in? So the first little set of exercises we're going to get into is actually 1, 2, 3, 6 different exercises. All right, and these come from care24.co.in, exercises for bedridden patients. And I'm doing these to carry us into the stretches, you know what I'm saying? Into the stretches. So that way, you know what I'm saying? Both of these, but what we're about to do is going to, you know, coordinate with the stretches anyway. Read a little bit of information, you know what I'm saying? Just to give you some education. Bedridden patients find it extremely difficult to move around and are more prone to bed sores and such. And as they are most likely not able to do any form of physical activity, it can have a negative effect on their overall mobility. So, even if your loved one is confined to the bed, there are a few bedridden patient exercises that we can do, and you must do every day, truthfully, you know what I'm saying, to keep your body active and keep your body moving. So these are a few exercises that can be done. Pain sufferers, make sure if you have pain and we start doing these exercises and doing these stretches, that if you get to a level where you feel a level of pain, that's where you need to stop, back off, you know what I'm saying, and either not do that exercise or, you know what I'm saying, limit your motion in range that you're actually trying to do the exercise or the stretch. You know what I'm saying? And always consult a chiropractor or physical therapist before performing any kind of strenuous exercises. Today is basically just some stretches, so get it how you live. You know what I'm saying? Do what you need to do. All right, so the first one that we're going to do is called the palm stretch to improve mobility exercise. The palm stretch exercise is very basic, simple exercise. This is just for people, you know what I'm saying, for bed patients. I'm going to modify it a little bit, you know what I'm saying, because, of course, we're sitting up on mats and we have mobility. So I might try to modify it a little bit if I can. So this can be done while lying down or sitting up in bed. So you can either lie down, whichever one is more comfortable. I'll show you either both of them, you know what I'm saying, both positions. Only thing we're going to be doing, I'll read through it real quick, and then I'll demonstrate the exercise. This is how all exercises work. This is how the whole session will work. I'll read through it, demonstrate, you know what I'm saying. Normally I do 3 sets of these, but since we're doing stretches today, you know what I'm saying, I'm really just going to run through the separate sections exercises real slow. And we got like about 14 of them to do. So we got enough of them to do that we can just slowly go through it and take an hour just to dedicate this to stretching your body out. You know what I'm saying? And that's what this is all about. So today's all about stretching for auto accident and mobility patients, people that's got problems with mobility issues. Specifically, no weights. You will not need any weights. You will not need any kind of extra equipment except for a mat, your water bottle, and maybe some background music. You know what I'm saying? To pass time by. All right. So first one we're doing. This is the first exercise: palm to stretch to improve mobility. You're going to take your hand. You're going to bring it close to your body. Once your palm, you're going to open your palm and extend all your fingers for a few seconds. And you should start to feel the stretch in the root of your fingers. You're going to start touching each finger separately to your thumb, and then you'll do the same using your other hand. Repeat the exercise a few times with both hands a few times each day. So we'll do it, you know what I'm saying, real quick, see how long it takes. We might do it like 3 times real quick just to get your hand warmed up. All right. So you take your hand, bring it close to your body. Open your palm and extend all your fingers for a few seconds. You start to feel the stretch in the root of your fingers. And then all of a sudden, now start to touch each finger separately to your thumb. All right. Now, make sure, and we're switching hands. The only thing after you get to one hand, you switch to the next hand. All right, now I'm going to demonstrate this lying down for patients that might have, issues lying down. If you're lying on your back like this here, only thing you should do is raise your elbows up. As you're lying on your back, raise your elbows up. Your hands should be close, tucked into you, and raise your hands straight up. And then just take and start with one finger, and the only thing you're doing is touching your thumb. This is and keeping this while you're keeping your opposite hand straight out. It's not doing this at the same time, even though you probably could do these at the same time for coordination issues. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna modify it. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and modify the whole thing. So this is the basic exercise. Taking each digit and just click it to your thumb. Switch over to your other hand. Click it to your thumb. I'm modifying it, which I always like to do. All right. So this is my modified version, where we would just simply be using both hands to do your coordination. Take both hands, bring them close to your body, and then just do both of them simultaneously. You know what I'm saying? This way you can use both of your brains, both sides of your brains at the same time to get coordination going on. All right. And follow that pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm doing a 4 count. I'm starting 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. See what I'm saying? I'm modifying the exercise. So being that I'm modifying it, We'll count up to 10. We'll do 10 on one hand. How about that? You know what I'm saying? It's modified and do 10 on one hand. All right, here we go. And it's very simple. So you're doing both hands. If you got problems with, using your brain and you can't do two things at once, you know what I'm saying? Chew bubble gum and walk at the same time, you know what I'm saying? Then just do one hand while keeping the other hand out. One hand, keep another hand out. Everybody else, let's do two hands, you know what I'm saying? And let's do it all the way up to a 10 count, and we'll switch into the next exercise. And go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 5, 1, 2, 3, 6, 1, 2, 3, 7, 1, 2, 3, 8, 1, 2, 3, 9, 1, 2, 3, 10. All right, very simple to start out. That's the palm to stretch mobility exercise. All right, that's the first one out of a series of a whole bunch. We're gonna roll into the arm lift to build strength. Okay, the arm lift is for bedridden patient exercises. Is a great way to improve overall strength in arm. The series of exercises we're doing are specifically geared for people who are bedridden, meaning people who have to lay down to do the exercise or sit up in the bed to do the exercise. All right, you can do this exercise again while lying down or sitting up in the bed. Only thing you're going to do, you're going to lift one arm over your head as high as you can and keep it there for about 10 seconds. You bring it down slowly and repeat the same with the other arm. For patients who are able to do this with ease, you can increase the amount of time that you hold your arm out for. And then for those who are not able to do the exercise with ease, you can place your upper arm on the bed and simply lift the elbow to form a 90-degree angle. And I'll show you what that looks like also. Okay, so for everybody else, only thing we just simply raise your arm up, hold it in the air for 10 seconds, 10 count, bring it down, switch up, hold it in the air for 10 seconds, 10 count, and then hold it down. For people who are bedridden, what you want to do, and this is what they are telling y'all to do. So if you're laying down, only thing you do is lay down, all right, and then lift your elbows to a 90-degree. Okay, so this is basically, everybody else should be able to do it like this. But if you can't do it like this, as you laying down and lifting your arms, then simply bring your arms up to get that motion. This is the actual motion that you want to be in. You want to try to bring your arms all the way up over your head. If you can do this while you're laying down, this is the motion that you actually want to be in. You want to bring it all the way up over your head and bring it down all the way up over your head. Bring it down all the way up over your head. Bring it down. But if you have problems reaching all the way up, then this is all you need to do. Try to get your motion here. Try to get your motion here. Or try to get your motion as far as you can up. But you want to get motion in your arms. That's the whole purpose of this exercise, is to build up strength into your arms. So as long as you're moving and you're getting movements and you're able to get here, you're able to start working to get up here. So you can even start doing this to start moving this elbow to get this whole arm moving. That's the whole movement. The movement is to bring your arm over your head as you're laying down. All right, so if you're able to sit up, you just simply sit up, reach up over your head and hold. All right, so that's the exercise that we're actually going to be doing, is the sit-up modification. All right, we're going to hold it 10 seconds, switch up the other arm, hold it 10 seconds. We'll do that 3 times, go on to the next exercise. Make sure you breathe through your nose, out through your mouth. Don't cheat yourself, treat yourself, And that's what it is. If you need a water break, take a water break. All right, here we go. Starting out with your right arm, left arm, it doesn't matter. Hold it in the air over your head 10 seconds. Switch to the other arm 10 seconds. If you need to do it longer, you know what I'm saying, 20, 30 seconds, whatever benefits you, do that. I'm just doing it for the length of time just to demonstrate the exercises. All right, so here we go. Starting out in the right one. Reach all the way up over your head. Oh, yeah, hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let it down. Going to reach out with your left. Reach over your head. Hold it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Going back to the right. Hold it 10 seconds. 10, 9. And while we're doing this, you should feel a stretch all up in your torso area. All this should be stretching while you're doing this. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switching it up. Hold it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last set. And I'm actually doing this a little modified because I feel more of a stretch than doing it this way, because this is the way that they actually just want you to go straight up. But if you go up and over, and I'm actually going over just slightly, I'm actually getting more of a workout than just being straight up with my arms, holding my arms straight up. So most of the stuff I do is for the modified, the benefit to get you a little bit more exercise out of it. All right. So that's why I do it. So we're going to switch up. Again, this is the regular exercise. Just bring it straight up. If you have a problem turning and twisting slightly to get that stretch, then just bring your arm straight up and just hold it for 10 seconds. Bring it straight up and hold it for 10 seconds or longer, you know what I'm saying, to get whatever exercise you need out of it. All right. Real quick, let me put some music on. Get the music popping. All right, here we go. 10 seconds and hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch. Hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Make sure you're breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth, in through your nose, out through your mouth. Okay. All right. So we're moving on. I'm going to do some wrist rotations. Wrist rotations to improve mobility. Wrist rotation exercise need a little bit more strength and are a great way to improve mobility and flexibility. The wrist rotation is a great passive exercise for bedridden patients because it helps preserve the strength and mobility of the wrist. All right, so we're going to do this either way. You can place your palm in a palm down position on the bed. So, like if you're laying on the bed, the thing you're doing is placing your palms down flat on the bed. All right, if you're sitting up, you just want to place your palms down flat on the bed. All right. And then you start rotating your wrist towards your small finger in such a way that the side of the thumb part of the hand moves up from the bed. Now move the hand in the opposite direction in such a way that the little finger of the hand moves up from the bed. Do these steps and hold each position for at least 10 to 15 seconds. Make sure that during the exercise, your forearms are firmly on the bed. All right, so you place your palms in a palm position down on the position on the bed. Okay, just like this here. Okay. Now start rotating your wrist towards your smaller finger. So that's this. This is your smaller finger. So what they're saying, this is your smaller finger and this is your thumb. Okay. So when you do that, rotate your wrist towards your smaller finger in such a way that the side of the thumb moves up from the bed. So they're saying like this here. So you just want to roll. All right. That's all I can see what they're trying to do. Starting your wrist. Now these are new exercises for me. You know what I'm saying? These are new exercises that I'm trying out that I'm actually demonstrating. So bear with me if it looks a little weird. I want to make sure that the exercises are correct. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not giving you fake sign language like the people be doing on the TV. I really say go to hell, America. Go to hell, America, and everybody. Oh, I mean, no, what I was really translating is thank you for coming. Please have a good time. Right. Okay, so anyway, in a way that the little finger moves up from the bed. So okay, so that's all it's saying. So you're just gonna move flat and you just want to kind of slightly bend your hand up. So in a way that the side of the thumb part of the hand moves up from the bed. And then you just want to move in the opposite direction. 10 seconds, hold, 10 seconds, hold. So you're rolling up on your finger, rolling up on your thumb, up on your finger, up on your thumb, up on your finger, up on your thumb. That's how the exercise actually looks. Up on your fingers, up on your thumbs, up on your fingers, up on your thumb, up on your fingers, up on your thumb, up on, and you'll feel that when you actually get up on that little index finger, you'll start feeling that stretch if you know what I'm saying, doing it right. All of these fingers are remain down. The only one you're lifting up is the thumb. All right. So we're gonna lift up the thumb, hold that 10 seconds, let it down, lift up the middle finger, 10 seconds, let it down, switch hands. 10 seconds, hold, 10 seconds, hold. We'll do 3 sets, you know what I'm saying, switching up to each hand. All right. Everybody got it? Everybody got it. Okay. You want to start sitting like this here. Now, if you're laying down, this is how it looks laying down. If you're laying down, one thing you do is you want your palms flat and you just want to lift your thumb up to your side and then lift up on your thumb just like that. So the only thing you're doing is basically rocking your wrist back and forth, but you're doing this with a hold instead of rocking back and forth. All right. So we're going up on our small index finger first, and then we're going to do a hold, and then we're going to go to our thumb, and then we'll switch hands and go to the index finger, then to the thumb, and then come back and do the same thing. Doing 3 sets. Ready? Go. 1. There's a 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch to the thumb. 10, 9, 8, 7. You'll feel that all up in here. All up in here. All this will be stretching. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch up to your left hand. Do the same thing to the outer index, and just all you're doing is just twist, taking your hand and twisting it straight up on its side. That's all you're doing. Very simple exercise. Very simple. But you still should feel tension all up in your arms. All right, here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to your right hand. Index finger. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. To your thumb. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift your thumb. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last set, right hand. And lift. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch your hands. Last set. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go into your thumb. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Stretch it out. Stretch it out. Get some water if you need be. Which you shouldn't be probably drinking that much water because today is not a strenuous workout day. It's all about stretching, dedicated to stretching. All right. Let's get into the next exercise. Next exercise is called the ankle plantar flexion dorsiflexion exercise. That's a whole mouthful, but that's what it is. The ankle plantar flexion dorsiflexion exercise will help you to improve your overall range of motion and also help to increase and improve blood circulation in your ankles. All right, so the thing you want to be doing is lying down on your back. This is a lie down exercise. Some of y'all like to lie down. Ow! This exercise is for you. All right, you're going to lie down on your back. You'll need the help of somebody else. So this technically says the caregiver because these exercises are for people technically in the hospital or bedridden positions or, or bedridden patients. So I'm going to show you a little modified way to do this, but I'm going to read the instructions just to let you know what it is. So you need the help of a caregiver. Ask the person to hold your ankle and the heel. Next, your caregiver will have to bend your foot forward and hold it there for a few seconds till you feel the stretch. Then next, your caregiver will have to slowly push your foot upward and bring it back to the original position. You repeat the steps with the other leg. Basically what this looks like, if you're sitting here laying down, only thing we're doing without the assistance of a caregiver is simply bringing your heel up, holding it for 10 seconds, bringing your heel down, and then switching from your right to your left, right to the left. 10 seconds, 10 seconds, 10 seconds, 10 seconds, 10 seconds, 10 seconds. That's the hold. If you need to do it longer, you know what I'm saying, then hold it for longer. But that's how the basic exercise looks. You know what I'm saying? If you're trying to do it a modified way. Because if you was a patient, you would be laying down and you'll be laying down flat on your back. The caregiver would come and actually do this to your foot. That's what they're actually demonstrating for the caregiver. So if you're a caregiver out there, then you would just take the foot and slowly move the foot up, down, and then pull it up till you feel that stretch, till the patient feels the stretch. But that's the motion. So you will pull it up and hold it till that patient feels the stretch, you know what I'm saying, properly, and then release it, you know what I'm saying, slowly so you won't injure the patient. You'll do the same thing with the other leg, but this is a modified version for people who are not bedridden. Only thing you need to do is lie down on your back. This is what we're gonna do. And you're gonna bring your ankle, the heel, and bring your foot all the way up as high as you can possibly get it till you feel that stretch. You want to feel that stretch all the way up in the front of your legs right here. All that. All that should be, you should feel a tight stretch. If you're doing it high enough, if you're not doing it high enough, then you need to go higher. Okay, go as high as you can till you feel that good tight stretch up in here. We're going to hold it 10 seconds here, and we're going to switch legs. All right, do the countdown, 10-second hold, swap to the next leg, 10-second hold. We're going to do 3 sets, and we'll go to the next exercise. Make sure while you're laying down in this position, you breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. All right, here we go. Right leg, right heel up. Pull your whole foot up as high as you can possibly get it till you feel that stretch. And hold it for 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch. And hold it. Bring it as far as up till you start feeling that stretch. If you don't feel the stretch, you need to pull up, need to pull it up further. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch. Again. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down. Switch. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last set. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. And you should have felt a nice stretch all up in here. You know what I'm saying? If it was tight, that's a good way to do that every day to you got shin splints and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That helps too. But that is called the ankle plantar flexion dorsiflexion exercise. And that's helped to improve the overall motion and blood circulation in your ankles. All right. So we got 2 more exercises before we get into the stretch part of the session today. I'd like to welcome everybody and thank you for tuning in to Smelly Workouts right here live on YouTube and Live Me. We are on both platforms streaming at the same time. So if you are on either side of the platforms, please tune in and check us out. All right. So, and if you're on Live Me, please share the broadcast. Please share the broadcast. You know what I'm saying? Thank you very much. All right. So let's get into the 5th exercise. This is the leg lift. The leg lift exercise for bedridden people recommends those patients who are in overall good health and are strong enough to do this particular exercise. Do this. This is among the top passive exercise for bed rest patients and want to ensure that their legs and limbs stay in good health. Who want to ensure that their legs and limbs stay in good health. But again, depending on your situation, especially if you got a cast on or you just had a recent leg injury, you might not want to do this particular exercise, or you do need to make sure that you know what I'm saying, just pay a little extra care when doing this exercise. All right. Okay, so you're going to lie down on your back. You're going to slowly start to bring your leg up towards the hip joint. You're going to hold it in place for 10 to 20 seconds. We're going to go for the max of 20 seconds. Then you're going to bring it down slowly to the start position, and then you're going to repeat it with the other leg. If you're strong enough, you can do the steps without feeling too tired or any pain or discomfort, and try doing the leg lift exercises at least a few times a day, you know what I'm saying, while you're laying in bed, bedridden, or just for exercise purposes. All right, so what this looks like, and we're going to do it for 20 seconds. You know what I'm saying, the 20-second hold. All right, you're just going to lay down on your back. All right, and slowly start to bring your leg up towards your hip joint. Okay, this is your hip joint. All right, and that's all you're doing. Slowly bringing your leg up, and we're gonna hold it for 20 seconds, and then we're gonna bring it down. Bring it all the way up to a hip joint. You're not trying to hit yourself in the face, knee yourself in the face. You want to bring it up enough to where you feel your hip stretching. All right, and that's all we're trying to do is flex that hip. All right, and doing the leg lift. But if you up here and you can bring it back a little further, and you can bring it back far enough to where you start to feel that hip stretch. I mean, for me, it takes for me to get back here to almost my knee to touch my face for me to get a full good stretch. But for some people, you might just be here and this is your stretching zone. So if you here and you getting that good stretch, then you stay right there. You know what I'm saying? Don't be trying to go and overflex yourself. You know what I'm saying? You because you can end up hurting your hip. So we're gonna hold 20 seconds right to left, 3 sets. You know what I'm saying? To get a good feel, get a good stretch. All right. So starting out, right leg, you just lifting it straight up, keeping it in the L shape, but you want to bring it up to your hip like you're actually running. So this would be something like we're running exercise while we're laying down, but we're not running. We're just going to be holding the leg 20 seconds. And here we go. All right leg first, and then 20 seconds, and then we'll switch to the left leg. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna do a silent count, so you're watching and just swap over on your own or do your own silent 20 count, and then, you know what I'm saying, swap your legs. I'm doing a 20 count before I swap. And you want to make sure you keep this opposite leg. You want to make sure you keep that elbow, keep your leg straight up though. I mean, make sure you keep your knees as you keep this bent, keep this straight up. Because if you have it down here, you can actually do a modified if you want to stretch it out a little bit more, because I can get a better stretch by doing it this way, simply because I'm not bedridden. Bedridden patients, you shouldn't be trying this at all. If you're not bedridden, this is a modified position if you want to get it more of a stretch. If this is not enough, you can actually extend the leg out, extend your opposite leg out, and you should feel that pull all the way up in your leg. Hold it for 20 seconds. And if you can't do it, then do it the regular way. I'm gonna start doing a little modified one leg just to show you. All right. All right, bring it down. Bring this leg up. Remember, keep this leg up straight. If you want to modify it, bring that leg down. And then hold it while keeping this leg in that same position. But you still want this leg up to you where your hip joint is at. And if you can, keep this leg straight. You know what I'm saying, while doing that. If you can't keep this leg straight, then keep it, you know, if you need to just keep it here, keep it there. But if you can get your leg all the way down to get that maximum stretch, then this is how you can do that. But even more stretch, take your leg and physically pull your knee up towards your face. I mean, like physically pull it while keeping this leg down, and you'll feel more of a stretch. This is also a modified track runner stretch for a lot of athletes out there. Hold them for 20 seconds. right, switch it up. I'm gonna do the regular version for this next one just to show everybody to keep it consistent. This is the next leg. 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 20-second hold. All right, switch it up. All right, for the last set, I always tell people to challenge yourself. So for the last set, I'm gonna do the modified version. If you can, try to do the modified version. The modified version is simply bring your leg all the way up to your hip, slowly dropping down the opposite leg, straight. Keep your toes pointed in the air, laying straight. And then to get a little more modified, grab your leg by the knee and actually physically bring your leg forward towards your face and hold for 20 seconds. Bring it down slowly and switch to do your last one. Modified if you can. If you can't, do the regular version. All right. Take this time. Oh, kind of shake it out, shake your legs out. You know what I'm saying? Get a good shake out. Goddamn water bottle sucks. Shouts out to CSI Pharmacy though. Clinically Specialty Infusions gave me this cool water bottle. I was at the Myasthenia Gravis walk, DJing for the walk, playing some good music, keep people pumped up during the walk. They raised some good money, and they were one of the vendors. They were one of the vendors giving out these cool little water bottles, but they have a filter. I don't know if you can see it. It's a filter built in to the top, so it filters the water, or it filters whatever you got, but it's really for water, for putting tap water, and it filters the tap water before you drink it. So it's actually a little micro fiber carbon little type filter in there, and it filters the water before you drink it. Pretty cool. You need it nowadays with all this poisonous water we got. You know what I'm saying? All right, so we got the last one before we get into our stretches for the day. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to care24.co.in for providing these 6 bedridden exercises for patients with immobility issues and bedridden issues. And thank you for everybody who's been tuning in, participating, and hopefully you're getting something out of these exercises and these stretches. These stretches was specifically requested by Miss African Empress. So if anybody out there is interested and would like to, um, hint at something that you really need working out on, you know what I'm saying? Let me know if it's abs, ankles, wrists. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? If it's something specific, let me know. I'll put together a routine for it. And then one of these Sundays, we'll get it together and we'll make it happen. Again, we do these workouts each and every Sunday. Times vary, you know what I'm saying? So either follow or subscribe, and you can always know when I actually go live. And you can always replay the episodes on Live Me or YouTube. Either way, the episodes would be available. All right, so the last exercise that we're going to do before we get into the stretches are the single leg hip lift exercise, which will help to prevent muscle atrophy, which is a condition that affects muscles when they are not being used, as in the case of bedridden patients or people that sit in chairs for long periods of time, especially in workplaces. Give me 2 seconds. Let me plug up my battery for the laptop a little bit. 1 second. Sorry about that. Forgot about the laptop. All right. So here we go. As I was saying, as in the case for people who might be in call centers, you know what I'm saying, that sit down for a long period of time and don't be realizing that you're just sitting in that damn chair 8 to 10 to 12 hours a day. Call dispatchers, they work in police departments, fire departments, and stuff like that sit down all day, you know what I'm saying? This exercise is really geared for you because atrophy kicks in when you know what I'm saying, those type of people sitting around and are not actively moving their legs. You know what I'm saying? And that legs just sitting there. All that blood is just rushing down. It's not circulating. It's not going anywhere. That's actually bad for your legs. All right. So this exercise is directly geared towards that. And it's the last exercise of the series before we actually start getting into the stretches to wrap it up. The single leg lift, again, will help to prevent muscle atrophy. It's a condition that affects muscles when they're not being used, as in the case of bedridden patients. First thing we want to do, you're going to lie down on your back, lie down on your bed or your mat, all right, on your back. You're going to keep one leg in a bent position with the foot lying on the bed while the other leg has to be straight. Now, lift your hips up from the bed by applying force on the muscles of the bent leg, holding the position for a while, and then return the position and repeat with the other leg by changing the position. All right, so it simply means laying down our back flat. Make sure I get this right. Keep one leg in a bent position. All right, I always like to do right to left. So right leg in a bent position with the foot lying on the bed while the other leg has to be straight. Okay, other leg has to be straight. This is basically almost a remodified of what the exercise I just did. All right, now lift your hips up from the bed by applying force on the muscles of the bent leg. Okay, so that means simply using this leg to push your body up. Okay, so that you're not using your arms or anything else. You shouldn't be using your arms to do this, to push yourself up. You should be able to do this with nothing but your leg. And if you can, just hold your arms up, just so your arms won't, try to aid you in giving you that type of support. But your neck, you should be laying flat. You know what I'm saying? Looking straight up. Neck should be straight, unstrained or anything. You shouldn't be looking up. Should be laying flat and simply palms down, flat, using your leg only, the bent leg only, to lift up and hold. And we're going to do 15 seconds. We'll do a 20-second hold on your own, but we're doing a 20-second hold count. Just count to yourself, count down 20 seconds, switch to your next leg. We're doing 3 sets. So you're going to do hold, just like that. And you're going to swap your legs, all right? Starting with your right leg, take the bent leg, make sure your left leg is straight with your toes pointing out towards the sky, and lift. So your back should be off the ground, completely off the ground. The lower part of your back, the upper part of your back should still be on the ground resting. The upper part of your back should be up, and this leg, your left leg should be slightly, when you go up, it should come up slightly also. So that's how you know your whole body. Your buttock should be squeezed. So when you come up, should squeeze, you know what I'm saying? Squeeze in. So that's the whole workout that you're getting. Your core is getting worked out. Your buttocks is getting worked out. Your legs, everything should all be burning at this point if you're doing this correctly. And you're going to hold this for 20 seconds and count down on your own. Guaranteed at the third set you should feel a burn if you're doing this correctly. If you need a little bit longer, take longer. You know what I'm saying? If the 20 seconds is not giving you enough burn, you know what I'm saying, while you hold it, you should hold it till you know, long enough to get a good burn. And that's that good stretch, you know what I'm saying? All in your hips, all in your thighs, all in the lower extremities of your leg, all up in your abs. Abs should be tight. At this point, you should be holding your abs in, keeping them intentionally tight. And you should be intentionally squeezing your buttocks, you know what I'm saying, to keep them tight, because that's what this whole entire exercise is actually working out. Make sure you're breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth all the way through these exercises. All right, shake it out. And that will conclude the care portion. Bedridden patients, or shout out once again, care24.co.in, exercises for bedridden patients. That'll wrap it up for the actual exercise portion of today's session. We will now be getting to the stretching portion. And the stretching portion will consist of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 exercises again. So we did 6 and 6. for a total of 12 different exercises plus stretches. All right. Let's see what we got. Okay. Make sure everybody's still here and see. All right. So let me give you a little bit of info. Stretching time after an accident. You can go to realsimple.com and look up stretching exercises for this little bit of information that I'm about to give to you. I do these same exercises normally before my exercise routines anyway, so these all will seem familiar. I just printed out the routines because they got a little bit more technical language that I like to use and to be looking for, you know what I'm saying? So, when you can barely squeeze a workout into your day, taking time to focus on flexibility may feel like, excuse the pun, a stretch. But stretching is an important part of fitness. It can improve your range of motion, increase circulation, and calm your mind, which may help fend off injuries and illness, as well as bring on a better night's sleep. To limber up, try the following quick head-to-toe routines that's created by Dana Slamp, who's a senior yoga instructor at Pure Yoga in New York City. And do the complete series once daily. Deepen each stretch with every exhalation and stop if you feel any strain or pain. Very important information. You know what I'm saying? Very important information. All right, so the first move that we're going to do is called the runner stretch. These exercises are all standing until we get to the last two exercises, which would be the seated back twist and the bound angle. Everything else would be standing up exercises. Again, you don't need tennis shoes on for these exercises. You know what I'm saying? All right, so that's what we're going to do. Let me modify this real quick. You're not going to need to see me on the ground. Okay. You need to see me standing up to do these exercises. Okay, so only thing we're simply doing, you're going to step with your right foot forward and lower into a lunge by placing your fingers on the floor or on two firm cushions if your hands don't reach. You know what I'm saying? Or something that, and I'm going to just show you a modified version when you need the cushion. But this is all they simply saying. Step forward with a lunge. This is the lunge, okay? And then you just want to reach and try to reach down and either touch your ankles, touch your foot, or specifically touch the floor. And this is what they're looking like, okay? So you're trying to touch the floor, either your foot, either your ankle. If you can't get that low, hold your knee. Just you want to be in that lunging formation though, and then you want to physically go forward and have your body lean forward. So to get that support, so your body won't fall forward, you know what I'm saying? Be careful. When you lean forward, you lunge forward, you can either use your knee, if this is your mobility. This is all about mobility. But you want to have your palms flat on the ground while keeping this back leg foot flat. You don't want it up in the air. You want this flat and the foot in the back flat. And you should feel that stretch all in that back calf, all of your back calf muscles and in your shins. All that should be stretched out while we're doing this exercise. And that's all. We're going to hold it for, well, let's say 10 seconds because we're going to do it 3 times. And then we'll switch up. So you should be in this position. And then when we switch up, you'll stand up, step back into the lunge position on the other side. And then we'll go right back down into wherever position you have. You're only able to get here, go back down into that position that you were able to get back into. But you want to get back down, and we're going to do another hold for 10 seconds while we're in this stretching position. And while you're in this position, you want to make sure you are looking forward. You don't have your head down because that cuts off your oxygen. So you want to make sure that you're actually looking out like you're actually finna take off and start running, or you're looking up the track to start taking off running and stay focused. All right, and breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. And while you're down, don't lean. Try not to lean and lay on this leg, because we have a tendency to be in this position and lay on it. Position yourself to where you're slightly off the side of your leg, and that way you can breathe freely. Because if you're here, you're trying to breathe, you can't really breathe because this leg is pressing against this lung and this whole side of the body. So you want to move over, your whole physically shift, so your whole stomach is here on the side of your leg while you're doing this, and breathe. You can feel yourself breathing better that way. All right. So that's the exercise. That's what we're going to do. We're going to do three sets. Starting out with the right. It's nothing but a lunge. It's a simple lunge. Lunge position. Touch the ground, or go as low as you possibly can. That's the whole purpose, is to get as low as you possibly can. So if you can only get here, only go there. But if you can touch the ground, purpose is to touch the ground and hold the position for 10 seconds. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just going to step back, step forward with your left, down. Make sure you're not laying on this leg, and hold it for 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The last 2 sets will be silent sets. Just count 10 seconds, count down 10 seconds on your own, and switch your legs up for the last, 10 seconds. Don't cheat yourself, people. You're doing this on your own. You're not here with me. You know what I'm saying? So don't cheat yourself. Treat yourself. Do it to your mobility. Do it to your extent. But as long as you're doing it, as long as you're trying it, you will definitely get something out of these exercises. We're not even doing hard exercises today. We're doing nothing but stretching to promote, you know what I'm saying? People been sitting around all week or standing around all week and haven't had a chance to get some stretching in. Well, today is your day to get your stretch on. It behooves you to do the exercises. All right? Switch up to the right. Make sure you 10 seconds silent. Do it on your own. Do not lay on your leg. And be careful coming up. You can come up too fast and actually, lose your balance. So be careful as you step back up to go to your next leg and position yourself. Get your balance first, then go in. Make sure you're not laying on your leg, then go into your 10 count or 20 count if you need to be, if you need longer stretching out. All right, going into our last set. All right, and you want to feel that you're a good stretch from all the way from your kneecaps all the way to your thighs, all the way through your thighs, all the way to your butt muscle, to your buttocks, right here. You want to feel that. All that should be tight as you're doing this. All this should be tight. If it's not tight, you're not doing it right. Not talking about this leg. This should also be tight. Your back leg, because that's your support leg. But this is the leg that you're actually going forward and putting the pressure on as you're leaning forward into the lunge position. All right. And going to the side, so you're not putting all the pressure down on this leg by having your body lay on it. You don't want to do that. Make sure you keep your head up, looking forward, as up as possible. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Switch up. Stretch, hold. Push your footing. Do your own silent 10 count and hold. You need longer than take longer, but you only should, I'm only doing 10 for demonstration purpose. Yeah, the Wi-Fi ain't working, my hotspot. No, my hotspot on my phone ain't working. So I can't do my YouTube stuff. Why, need help or something? Yeah, oh, groceries or something? Oh. 1 second now. You'll be exercised when I put you in upstairs. No stretching, no exercise today, just stretches. Stretching it out. All right. We on number 2 out of 6. 2 out of 6 stretches on number 2 out of 6. This is called the standing side stretch. Very easy stretch. Very easy stretch. You're just going to simply stand with your feet together and your arms stretched over your head, and clasp your hands together with your fingers interlaced and point fingers extended, and then inhale as you reach upward. And this is the same thing that I actually did earlier and did the modified version of, that's showing you over your head. Well, watch your hands too, that you don't have ceiling fans around and stick your fingers in them. And then breathe out as you bend your body upward to the right. Take 5 slow breaths, slowly return to the center, and repeat on the left side. Okay, so since we're only going to be holding it for 5 breaths, you know what I'm saying? That's our time. So 5 breaths. In, out. 1, in, out. 2, in, out for 3, in, out for 4, in, out for 5. Switch to the other side. So 5 breaths. 5 slow breaths for one side, 5 slow breaths for the other. All right. And then we'll get into the number 3. All right. So one thing you're simply doing is making sure that you have enough clearance to where your hand's not going to get caught up in anything overhead. All right. And just want to simply reach up, grasp your hands together or clasp them together, however you need them, like in a swimming position. And you just want to start with the right and just bend your body to the right. Just make a bend physically to the left, with your right, but physically to the left. And then we're going to come back up, and then we're going to go over to the left. And then while we're doing this, we're taking breaths, 5 breaths, in, out, in, out, in, out. And then we'll return. All right. And that's how the basic exercise will look. Let me take a quick breath shots out to Lisa in the building. All right. 2 seconds. Tom Jordan, that's boring. Landline call. Not for me. All right, so here we go. And these are 5 breaths, not even counts. These are just 5 breaths. So whenever you get to your 5 up, you inhale, exhale is 1. Inhale, exhale, 2. Inhale, exhale 3. Inhale, exhale 4. Inhale, exhale 5. Turn to the center, switch to the other side. All right, here we go. Simply going up, keeping your feet centered, and just slightly bend to the left, not to the point where you're falling over, just enough to where your body is able to support itself, and you feel this stretch all the way down your torso. All right, and then 5 breaths in, out, in, out. Deep, slow, deep breaths. In, out. In, out. Last one. Slowly come up to the center. And you're just going to go over to the left, to your right, and do the same thing. Come back up and do 2 more sets. Last set. All right. Oh, you should have felt that all up in here, your shoulders, whole upper body. You should have felt that. I know I'm feeling it. All this is tight from doing that from left to right. You know what I'm saying? I felt all that flexion and actually getting worked out. So the next exercise that we're going to go into is going to help strengthen, bring all that out, bring some of that, some of that tightness out. Okay, so this is called the forward hang, and you already know what this exercise is, so you have to be careful when we're doing this exercise. All right. Only thing you're gonna do is stand with your feet a hip distance apart. Okay, hip distance. And excuse me, just drinking that stuff. Interlace your fingers behind your neck, behind your back. Excuse me. And if your hands don't touch, hold on to a dish towel, or hold on to a dish towel. So that means if you can't do this, hold it and hold this is what you're trying, this is the position that you want to be in, with your hands interlocked behind your back. This is where you want to be at. But if you can't do this, and say your arms, only go here and don't want to connect, okay, so they saying get it's a dish rag, a towel, and then use that, you know what I'm saying, to get in as close as you can. You bring your hands, to hold your hands behind your back. All right, so if you can't do this, and interlace your fingers, interlace and interlock your fingers, then get a towel and just hold on to the towel and do the same position. Because this is all you're going to be doing. Okay, interlacing your fingers behind your back. All right. And then you want to exhale and bend at your waist, letting your hands stretch towards your head and hold for 5 deep breaths. Okay. So that all you're doing is standing here. You want to slightly bend your knees, because if you lock your knees, you can find yourself falling forward. Okay. So do a slight bend to your knees, and they're not telling you this, but I'm telling you because I already know from personal experience. You don't ever want to lock your knees anytime you're doing any kind of exercise or standing for long periods of time. Always stand with a slight bend in your knees to keep blood circulation up throughout your leg. Okay, this is how it looks from behind. Okay, and all you're doing is going as far over as you can. Stand slightly bent, knees slightly bent. Okay, and you want to stretch and bring your arms up as far as possible. If your range is only here while you bent over, then only go here. If you can go here, however you can go, that's where you want to go, and you want to hold for 5 deep breaths on your own. Okay, you're just doing it on your own, and we're doing 3 sets of these. All right, so after you do your 5 deep breaths, come back up. Just take a quick little deep breath before you go back into your second set. Do 3 sets. You know what I'm saying? On your own, your count is 5 deep breaths. Whenever you get to your 5 deep breaths, come back up, finish, go back down. 5 deep breaths, come back up, 5 deep breaths, last set. All right, and that's how they look. All right, and here we go. Once again, this is called what the hell is it called? The forward hang. The forward hang. Okay, this is coming to you from realsimple.com, stretching exercises. You can look on the website for more stretching exercises. All right, so shoulder width apart. You don't want them together. You want at least a little stretch at your feet, a little separate apart. Okay, and then you just want to interlock your hands behind your head, your back, and you just want to get into like a ski slope, like you're on some skis and you're finna jump on some skis, but instead of jumping, you just want to bend over. All right, keeping your neck, keeping your head forward. All right, even while you're doing this exercise, do not be here. You can hear the change in my voice when I'm here, because this is restricting my airflow. So when I'm out here, my airflow is not restricted, and I can breathe in through my nose, out through my mouth. When I'm here, I can't do that. And you can see and feel the difference from doing that. All right. So you want to be out like in a skiing position. Your fingers interlock behind your back, and you want to just push your arms up as far as you can comfortably go. Okay. Understand what I just said. Comfortably go. What's comfortable for you. Don't push yourself trying to go as far as you see me going to try to be competing with me. You know what I'm saying? That is not the object of what we're doing here. This is only about getting your mobility and your flexibility up. Okay. And hold for 5 deep breaths. Okay. So that's slowly come back up. Stay in the same position. Take a couple of breaths and then go right back down, slowly back down, and take your 5 deep breaths again as you count. Back up. Take a deep breath. If you start to feel lightheaded, when you come up, take a few seconds before going back down. If you feel yourself lightheaded, like blood rushing to your head, that sudden rush back to your head. Do not go immediately back down. Stand up, take a few moments, and breathe. Make sure the blood rushes and comes back down before you go back down into that position. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want anything, you know what I'm saying, that type of blood rushing to your head and something happening that cause you to lose your stability. All right, here we go. Come back down. 5 deep breaths, keeping your knees slightly bent. Slightly bent. Do not lock your knees like this. You should not be in this position. You should have your knees slightly bent, and then going as far up as possibly can and holding it for 5 deep breaths, and 5 deep breaths on your own. And you're breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. In through your nose, out through your mouth. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Coming up slowly. All right. And return back to your standing position. And we're getting ready for our 4th exercise, which will be our last standing exercise out of the 6 exercises, stretching exercise that we've been doing. Okay, so this will be the last standing exercise. The last 2 will actually be in sitting positions for the last 2 stretches. Okay, so this one is called, and this is number 4, stretch number 4, and this is called the low lunge arch. All right, so a low lunge arch says you step with your right foot forward into a lunge and lower your left knee onto the floor or a folded towel or blanket or pillow, you know what I'm saying, whatever may be comfortable to you. Then you want to bring your arms in front of your right leg and hook your thumbs together, palms facing the floor. And you want to breathe in as you sweep your arms overhead, stretching as far back as comfortable. And then take 5 deep breaths and switch sides. All right, so this is what this looks like. It's just another series of a lunge, but instead, when you lunge forward with your right. You want to bring down your left knee, and then you want to go up, interlock your fingers here, and you just simply want to go up over your right knee and reach up as far as possible and take 5 deep breaths. Okay, come down. Just push yourself back up. All right, into that position. Be careful when you're coming from out of this position. All right, if you can't find yourself standing back up and pushing yourself back on this knee, guide yourself back up. You know what I'm saying? Then just do like this. Push it. Put your hands on the ground. Step back and guide yourself back up. All right. Whatever's safe for you to get back up into this starting position to go to your left leg and do the same thing. You know what I'm saying, on your left leg. From the right, you're going to move over to the left, step with the lunge, drop down to the knee, your back foot should be up. It should be up. You should be up on your back foot. It should be pointed. All right. Should be up on your back foot. Let me make sure I can do this. A little bit down, a little bit lower. All right. Yep, because you want to be on your back foot. Just like this. And then lock your hands. And lock your hands, go forward. And you're pushing your whole body forward. So you want to go forward and then lift up and hold 5 deep breaths. 5. Come back up and stand back up to the standing position. Go back down to your right and do the same thing. And for the last 2 sets, all right? You can do it on your own. Step, left knee down. Make sure your foot is up. Interlock. Stretch all the way up. Oh, and hold. Turn. Switch. Bend. Up. And hold. All right. Come back up for your last set. Take a couple of breaths in between. Remember, when you come up, if you come up too fast, you can get a head rush. You know what I'm saying? The blood will feel like it's rushing to your head and it'll make you get a dizzy feeling. So if you have a dizzy feeling when you come up, just make sure before you go back down, let the blood rush back down to your head, you know what I'm saying, before you continue to do any exercises. All right. Last set. Right leg up all the way through and hold. All right. Come up. Switch down to your left. Interlock all the way up. Hold. 5 deep breaths. In through your nose, out through your mouth. All right. Come down. Come back to your starting position. All right. And that will do it for the standing stretches. Our last 2 stretches are going to be sit down stretches. And after these last 2 stretches, this will conclude today's smelly workouts. You know what I'm saying? Right here, broadcasting live on YouTube, as well as the Live Me app. And I'd like to thank each and everybody out there for tuning in. And don't forget, make sure you hydrate, people. Stay hydrated. And don't cheat yourself. Treat yourself. All right, so here we go. Got the last one. Let's get these out of the way. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got things to do. Y'all got things to do. All right, first one is called the seated back twist. You've seen me do this before. This is just a little bit more detailed explanation of the actual exercise. All right, and this is called the seated back twist. You simply want to sit on the floor with your legs straight. Okay, you want to bend your right knee and step your right foot over your left leg. You want to put your right hand on the floor, fingers pointing outward for support. And you want to bend your left elbow and turn to the right while placing the back of your arm against your right knee. And then you want to inhale as you sit tall. You want to breathe as you twist, pressing your arm into your leg and looking over your right shoulder. You want to hold for 5 breaths and then slowly return to the center and then switch sides. All right. Simply looks like this here. You're sitting straight up. You just want to take your right knee, bend it, cross it over. Okay, take your foot and cross it over to your left. Take your right arm so you can get some stability and support. Put it behind you. Okay, this is, you really want it. Let me get this way so you can see what I'm saying. Okay, so you want to be making sure that your leg is crossed and your arm is back to support you as you twist to the side. Okay, but you want to make sure you take this arm, your left arm, and press it against your leg. That's the whole key. When you press it against your leg and then twist and turn. And when you turn like that, then that's how you get that whole full stretch. And then you want to hold as you're sitting up tall. Okay, 5 inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. But this is how this position should look. All right, if you're doing it correctly. Okay, and we're gonna do that for 3 times. You know what I'm saying? Each side. All right, so easier way to do it instead of doing all this bending, just bring your leg up, cross your leg over, all right, and bend and turn to your right, and then and sit straight up. And while you sit straight up, you should feel the stretching all up in the bottom thigh, all up to your buttocks, if you're doing it correctly. And hold, and then as you're sitting up tall, this is when you inhale through your nose and out through your mouth, 5 breaths, deep breaths. You will drop your leg, lower it, switch legs, and do the same thing to the opposite side, just ensuring that when you stick your left arm out, you have it out far enough to where it can support you so you won't be tilting over. All right. And then you want to take your right arm, press it against the back of your left leg, and that way you can use it to give you leverage to push yourself a little bit further. That's what you want to do. You want to actually turn and be physically all the way turned to your left to get that in complete pull. Sit straight up. Then you want to breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. 5 breaths. If you're finding this hard, lean back a little bit, and then this will give you some breathing room. So just actually physically lean back, and then you feel, you know what I'm saying, you can feel your air passageway loosen up. But if anybody else, you know what I'm saying, doesn't bother you, then just sit here and do that. In through your nose, out through your mouth. In through your nose, out through your mouth. All right. You got 2 more sets to go. And you switch, hold, straight up, 5 breaths on your own. All right, is that your own pace switch? Here we go. Again, if you find it hard to breathe, simply lean back a little further and then still keep the twist, and then you should be able to breathe a little bit better. As long as you stay in that twisted format. All right. Let's get into this last stretching exercise, and that will complete it for the day. Again, if you're looking for more exercise, you can go to realsimple.com and look for stretching exercises, and you can find these same exercises listed on the website. The last exercise is called the bound angle. All right, and this is sitting on the floor with our legs straight. We simply want to bend our knees and bring the soles of your feet together, letting your knees drop towards the ground while holding your shins as you inhale and stretch your chest upward. You want to exhale as you hinge forward from your hips without rounding your back, and replace your palms on the ground hold for 5 slow breaths. All right, so this is all they saying. Sit straight up, bend your knees if you can. You want to let the soles of your feet touch. That's where you really want to be. These are very important. You want the soles of your feet to touch, and then just simply let your knees drop to the side. You'll start feeling stretching all up on the inner side in your midsection. You'll start feeling a stretch immediately if you're doing that correctly, without even doing anything. You know what I'm saying? Just by letting your legs fall to the side and letting your knees try to touch the ground, and the gravity will start continue pulling them down. Okay, so let your knees drop towards the ground. Hold your shins. Okay, as you inhale and stretch your chest upward. So this is what they're saying. So you're sitting like this, and you want to pull yourself upward. All right, pull yourself upward, chest upward, hold, and then as you exhale, you hinge forward from your hips, but without rounding your back. So you're gonna inhale. Okay, we're sitting here. Exhale. Inhale. Straighten up. Exhale. So that's how the exercise is actually looking, all right? And you want to hold for 5 slow breaths as we're doing this. So that's how it's actually looking. So, all right. So we're gonna inhale. Exhale. Inhale. You're straight all the way up. You want to be straight back all the way up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Release your feet back to the center, and we'll do this 2 more times, you know what I'm saying, for our complete set of 3. All right. If you need to, go ahead and take a little water break. If you need to use the bathroom at this point, well, you should have been on here and jumped up and used it, because hey, I've been here without using it. So there you go. All right, back into the position. Cross like in a butterfly position, like you're sitting Indian style. All right, and then you just want to simply grab your shins, lower ankles, or wherever it feels comfortable for you. If you just can grab the tip of your toes, and that feels comfortable for you, then you know what I'm saying, do that. All right, but what you want to do is make sure that your feet are together. All right, and then you want to inhale and sit straight up as you inhale, and as you exhale, reach out as far as you can. When you exhale, hold it for a second, bring it back in for the inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. All right, return, and we'll complete 1 more set, and that will do it for today's exercises. All right, 1 more set, people. 1 more set, and we were done in a whole series of 12 different stretches, 12 different exercises in combination. 6 exercises for bedridden patients, people with mobility problems and in bedridden, can't get out of bed. And we did a couple exercises for them, you know what I'm saying, just to get something going, get some kind of circulation going while you're even laying in that bed. You know what I'm saying? You should not just be laying there doing nothing. You should be moving your fingers, moving your toes, doing something to not only getting your blood circulating, but keeping your mind occupied. Because if you're laying there not doing anything, your body is dormant. That means your mind is dormant also. So you want to always have your mind thinking to move your feet, move your ankles, move your fingers, move something, you know what I'm saying, while you're in that bedridden state. And then the last stretches that we've been doing are just stretches for people that have been involved in auto accidents and are in recovery, such as myself. So I felt that these exercises would be pertinent to this type of situation. All right. And this last exercise we're doing is called the bound angle. And again, just cross take your feet, make sure both of the bottom of your feet are together. Make sure your legs just drop to the side. Okay. You want to grab your shins, reach straight up, inhale, exhale, reach forward. Oh, and stretch as far as you can. Come back up with the inhale. Hold it. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Hold it. Hold it. Exhale. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. All right. That will do it, people. Give a shout out to care24.co.in for the bedridden exercises, and realsimple.com who provide us with the stretching exercises for the day. Again, we are in the process of getting a banner, official banner for Smelly Workouts, as well as building up our manual. And once we get the manual up, the manual will be available for anybody who wants to download it and be able to do, follow along with all of the techniques and stuff on your own, and possibly start your own workout program and get you motivated. It'll already be a template in place. So that's what we're working on. So thank you guys for tuning in to Smelly's workout session. You know what I'm saying? Right here live on YouTube, youtube.com. You know what I'm saying? Check us out. Smelly Workouts. Also on Live Me under Trefo. Probably be changing the name pretty soon. Specifically a name for the Smelly Workouts on Sunday sessions each and every Sunday right here. Times may vary, don't matter, because we are all on different time zones around the world anyway. So, hey, you're always on time when you show up. Once again, stay hydrated. Make sure you drink water. And again, don't cheat yourself, people. Treat yourself. That's my motto. Have a great day. Stay blessed. Unstressed. Peace. All right. And we are out.
You'll put your phone back up, please.